It's your extremely nerdy friend Sky McSparkle here. Even though you're at my channel, you know who I am. I live on Twitch now, so twitch.tv/Sky McSparkle. So I've been getting into D&D, and I am fully invested, absolutely in love. Never took time to learn what Dungeons and Dragons were. I just assumed it was a board game, kind of like chess, but with little nerd elements where you just, I don't know. I didn't really think anything of it. I never wanted to learn about it, had no idea. Then I had friends who got into it. They started watching Critical Role, a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons. They're like, give it a try. Come watch with us. And I did. And I got addicted. And realized every game I've ever played is just Dungeons and Dragons. And I owe a lot to Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm absolutely in love. I dove feet first into it. It's taken over my life. Thanks to my community and friends, I now have books, information, 20 tabs open for so many things to research and build. Yeah, so I'm in this world thanks to a lot of friends, moderators. Allie, Spec Op Fox on Twitch, you should go check her out. She's been in a game for her first time for a little over half a year now. She invited me out to see if I wanted to try. And I built my first character ever, Amara. She's a Drow necromancer. I've always read about Drow, and they're like some of my favorite characters in books. And so I want to bring it to life here. And they introduced me to D&D Beyond. I was like, whoa, wait, I can be a Drow? I can live my fantasy? And I've been overly obsessed with necromancy. I can do both. And I can create a story all on my own. It's pretty awesome. Then I have to work with a crew. And I have to act. So when I first started, I was really nervous. I didn't put on an accent or anything because I was asking loads of questions. Now I'm more comfortable. I'm fully in character. Put on a accent. I am Amara. I love her. She is so creepy. So weirdly, delightfully, chaotically creepy. So the first thing I was told was to get on D&D Beyond, and that it would be super easy for me to just join and make my character. Here are all of my characters I've made. I've made some for fun. These ones are random rolls at level 20. Amara is the necromancer. I'm going to introduce you to you guys today. She's my first character ever, and on Twitch on Sundays starting the 21st of March. You guys will meet Briar as I'll be in a full campaign. This is my character sheet. This is what it looks like. This is everything I need to know, and it'll tell me like what I need to roll. So I also bought my first dice. I closed on a house with a client, and I was like, okay, so my gift to me is gonna be my first set of dice ever. And so I went to a comic book shop. I haven't been in one forever, and I most certainly have never been in the D&D section. Let me show you my very first set of dice. They're blue, purple, black little speckles, and I'm so nerdily in love. I joined the game when they were at level 6, so when we come in this week, we'll be at level 8. We've almost completely died a few times, which is super nerve-wracking. The first game I had, I almost got laid out immediately. So I've chosen a wizard, and I'm focusing on necromancy and kind of learning what all of these are. I keep having visions of Diablo necromancy, and my DM has told me like that's a thing, and we can change how you work by doing this if you want to go Diablo necromancer, but my character is very much a chaotic neutral. I mean, super chaos. I just gotta keep her as is because I have a mixture of a lot of things because there's also a lot of things going on. So I have this spell called Message where I can speak inside people's minds, and they can reply if I tell them that they can reply. I think that's how that works. Otherwise, they go, oh my god, there's a voice in my head, which has happened a few times. because I didn't think that people would know what that was, because I just assumed, oh, everybody has this skill, and no, I'm wrong. Illusion, which I don't really use. Mold earth to bring up bodies from the ground and toll the dead. Disguise self if I need it. Protection from good and evil. So all these green ones are necromancy skills, and a lot of them require concentration. And the moment you cast one concentration spell to another, you lose that concentration. So I was talking to my DM, and we did a mixture of concentration, non-concentration, so that I'd be a little bit more balanced. I have a few ritual spells, but yeah, the spell building was honestly the hardest for me. But he did give me a special attunement item, which is a barrier tattoo, and basically it's my armor, because as a magic wielder, I'm squishy, and this makes me less squishy, and I got to decide like where on my body it went, what it looked like, and this is what I came up with. So I told my DM that I wanted my tattoo to go all on my head. I have like little elements of arcana in my brain. I'm envisioning little elven tendrils and script, and then here for my necromancer, I have like a little hand cupping her cheek minus a finger, which I just thought was so endearing. It would be more like this, but I just thought it was so endearing, and she looks so sad. So sad, but she's not going to be sad forever. If we don't die immediately in our next session, I'm hoping things start turning around for her. So here I will say is, if you play D&D, I could use your advice, and I can take on a feat. And I'm thinking, and I have it selected for now while I think about it, Warcaster. But I'm not sure if that's the right choice. I thought about Spell Sniper, but apparently that's not the most useful in our situation. I'm pretty sure our Babeg is a magic wielder, like maybe a sorcerer, maybe a warlock. I don't think he's a wizard, but he might be a wizard, and I'm just largely unsure. Keen Mind, bane of every DM's existence. And I'm thinking Resilient for maybe a Constitution saving throw. I don't know, Warcaster is looking the best to me. So then I can just be like, counterspell, 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 but then we're against things that aren't magic-y. Put my counterspell away. Lightning bolt, toll the dead. Probably, I'm not sure how reactionary magic would work, so I'm gonna have to watch some Dungeon Dudes. So if you have any recommendations or feats for my necromancer wizard lady, I would greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/SkyMcSparkle, and be sure to follow my friend who got me into D&D, Spec Ops Fox, on Twitch as well. And I'll see you next time. Bye.